I put a level in here. It might come off soon, but I put a level in there right here. And as you can see, I'm on the hill so that I can see it through the window and know if I'm level or not. Might be a bad idea, but we're gonna try it. We're gonna find out real fast. I ain't scared to try. Not scared to try stuff to see what we got. So it's on a hill. I'm thinking if I can get back up to that top of that ridge right there, it should be flat, but we'll see. As you can see, soil real sandy out here, super soft. You probably got to go down about 2.5, 3 feet. Well, it's not that bad, but it is sandy. As you can see, you're trying to build a pond, it ain't gonna hold with this stuff. But once you get down about, I don't know, 2.5 feet, 2.5 feet, you get some decent clay, especially on that back hill up there. Real good clay. So we'll use that to build up the embankment. But here we go. Leave the door open, actually. All right. The alarms got reset when that battery came out, which is interesting. I hope it ain't reset my maintenance records. Nope, kept down. Kept down. All right, so it might have reset. So that's why I was gonna reset the alarms, because I had some old alarms that I was thinking I couldn't tell. I didn't know if they were real problems or not. So I was gonna reset those, but the battery already did it. So it's been sitting a couple weeks, so I'm gonna let it warm up a little bit. Let it warm up a little bit, then we get to it. I actually can see that pretty good through that glass, so I'm even. Get all the pressure off of the controls. And we're gonna go fill this damn thing up with some oil. First things first is I gotta go grab the get the oil. We'll end up with a pond at the bottom. I gotta buy that land down there still, but end up with a pond down there in the bottom. It's a nice little spot. Embankment pond down here, and then a pond up top that I might gotta pump. I don't know. I don't got enough runoff up here to catch that much, but I was thinking about putting like a windmill pump from that bottom pond and constantly pulling up a drip up here, and that way I use this one up top to kind of water all the stuff, you know, let the gravity from that top pond, use that to water everything. So we shall see. We shall see. Where my stockies? Just gonna bring all these just so I ain't gotta guess. I got my iPad, and I gotta grab some batteries. This should be fine. But as you can see, it's a mess out here. I literally spent like a year or two getting everything set up, planted some fruit trees all around. You know, as you can see, I mean, I've been doing stuff, but it's had grown up over the years. Just years of neglect. And probably about 3 years ago, I started bringing the kids down and plucking around, you know, trying to bring it back to life. And then life started lifing, and it went back down into what you see here, which is a pure mess. But reality is, it's really one of those things where I find a lot of peace and joy here. And it's, you know, been in the family for forever, and we got to figure out how to turn it into a money maker. So somebody got to do it. So here we are. So I got 2 buckets to do. This thing take a lot of hydraulic fluid. I can't even tell you. I can tell you, but I can't remember right off the top of the head. But we're gonna fill her up. I'm gonna show you real quick. So so that's oil was changed in February of last year. And I can't remember where I saw the hydraulic being read, but this is the hydraulic reservoir. As you can see, I ain't showing nothing on this. Nothing showing up on this thing here. So, and you don't got a dipstick on these. You really gotta use this to figure out where you at. So I'm gonna jump up top and take the top off of her. You gotta release the pressure first. Obviously these systems could hurt you pretty bad, just given all of the pressure built up in the hydraulic lines. So this right here, release the pressure. You'll hear it. Getting the pressure out of it. Then I'll take these top bolts off and fill her up. I'll probably go ahead and put a whole bucket in just to see what it do for it. But that's what we're doing. But let's see. I'm gonna say 16 ain't enough. 17 will do. Alright. We're gonna make this real simple. As simple as it can get. Hit that pressure one more time, just to make sure. And make sure I got all this dust off my hand. I don't want nothing to fall down in that tank. There we go. So we're gonna fill her up 1 bucket at a time. I need a, let's see, I don't want water to drop down in there. Try to get as much of this water off as possible. Well, that ain't good. I'm gonna have to find a pin for that. We can't have that. Alright. Make sure I ain't got no water coming in this damn thing. Now, pardon me, friends, but I'm thinking this might be good enough. This might have to be good enough. 5 gallons. This shit ain't cheap either. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Alright, let's go see what we got. Let's go see what we got, my friends. We got a little bit registered. Not enough. Not even close. God damn. I might need a couple more gallons. We're gonna see. Here we go. Bucket number 2. Bucket number 2. I like the way that went last time. I kind of like the sound of that. Alright, what else we got while we wait? So I'm gonna have to grease it pretty soon. I got me an automatic grease gun. So I'll probably grease that next weekend. Go through, do all the grease fittings, grease the swing bearing. Need to power wash it. Everything look pretty good. As you can see, I got this big bucket. I got a grapple and a small bucket. And this ain't too bad, but there's more leaking than I want. There's more leaking than I want. And that look like it might be missing a grease line. Do my eyes deceive me? Do my eyes deceive me? No, they don't. I'm missing a grease line on top of that damn boom cylinder. So ain't no telling when the last time that was greased. But I don't see where the line at. That's the first one. The second one run right here. Must be right there, laying up on top. Must have caught a branch on it or something like that. So this whole damn thing gotta come off. Whatever one run to it. And reattach that grease line right there. Cause you can't grease that bearing. You're gonna have yourself a headache at some point. But my oil is in. As good as it's gonna get. That's all I got today, brother. Dang, waste some oil. That ain't never good. I need to go get me a rag. I don't like to have oil just all over the place here. But before we do that, let's get this top on here for a damn bird flying there. Just kidding, ain't no bird flying there. Come on, buddy, stay in the center. There you go. There you go. So we're gonna do this. Depending on how I like that bucket, I might leave it on, or I might just take it off and get that grappler try. But I figured we at least figure out what the bucket do for us before we spend the time and effort on a grapple. Now ultimately I'm gonna need the grapple just to clean the field up, throw brush around and all that. But for now, we alright. So JH88, I'm sure that tell me something about the so tell me something about, I don't like that. I actually don't like how that felt. Tell me something about the you know, how much to tighten them up. I didn't like the way that was threaded. Don't ask me why. Just didn't. I might do that by hand. That'd be a good idea, but everything. Yeah, it might not be a good idea. Cause I don't know. No, I just switched to this just because I didn't want to put too much pressure on it. Cause you really should be using a torque wrench on this stuff. Them numbers tell you something about the torque, and I need to look it up. What does JH tell you about the torque and size? JH 88, and pay attention to it. But to play it safe, I'm gonna use my God-given judgment and feel to get it how I want. And I gotta remember that these, one thing I know for sure is the JH is a 17 millimeter. I know that for sure now. I'm gonna give me a rag, wipe this down, and we're gonna go play around a little bit. A little teeny bit. Oh, I ain't even checked to see where I ended up. I'm right on the money. Look at that. Right on the money. A little high, but I'll take that. I'll take that over not registering at all. Sun going down. Got about an hour and 15 minutes of sunlight left. What it look like to me. I don't know what time it is now, but got a little bit of daylight left. Enough to make some noise.